Here we are. The date is Tuesday the 25th, and we're supposed to be leaving on May 1st. Except we're not going to make that. Are we going to make that?
It depends.
Well, maybe. There's still a small chance that we'll make it. We have somebody that's interested in the house. We still have an entire 2-bedroom townhouse full of stuff, including a lot of collectibles that somebody may be responsible for. But she's coming to grips with it. So tell a little bit about that.
This is the hard part. This is where I used to spend a lot of money, a lot of time, and what you see before you is a drop in the bucket. And this, my friends, collectibles. That's about 5.5 feet, 6 feet tall, and probably about 5 feet wide, and it's full of stuff I need to go through. So yeah, just in going through the house and all of this stuff, you know, when it was put together as a house, things had their place and everything was nice and neat and in closets, drawers, wherever, boxes put away. When you start pulling out all of those little things and putting them everywhere, then you really start to see how much stuff you have. So do yourself a favor and start early. Purge, 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 purge. And then when you get to the end, you'll have exactly what you need to move forward and all will be well, right?
BA said something to me the other day that was impactful. I can't get it out of my head. About the money's already spent, let it go. Just let it go. So I'm trying really hard to just let the remainder go. And using that filter, I'm still trying to eke out just a little bit more because things are worth something to someone, maybe. And all of that helps us a little further along with all the things we're going to need when we get to the RV. So yeah, that's kind of hard still, even though I've taken that to heart. I keep replaying it in my head over and over and over, and it's sinking in. But someone else also said everything that you have in your possession didn't just appear overnight. We've had a house for 24 years, whatever. So we've been accumulating things for all of that time. It just doesn't go away overnight as well. So if you are thinking about doing this, be kind to yourself and start early. Give yourself 6 months, give yourself a year.
You can be ambitious, absolutely. Don't like let up the gas pedal. But when we started talking about this, we kind of looked back at our first conversation with the gentleman we're buying the RV from. It was February 26th. And it is April 25th. So that's 2 months that we've gone from this whole idea of RV to like pushing the pedal down really hard and getting it gone. It takes time. It does take time. We found really that letting go of the stuff wasn't the problem. We went from this idea of a 2-bedroom townhouse to a closet full of stuff to take with us, and that wasn't the problem. It's physically getting rid of the things, the possessions.
Yeah, I don't physically want them going forward, but I have this somewhat emotional / monetary connection to the things still. So something to be aware of.
The other thing that's changed too, might as well talk about it while we're here, is originally we were going to leave Dallas and go directly to Denver and kind of explore the Northwest. But Heather introduced a little bit of a wrinkle to that, and maybe explain that too. I mean, the things that we're doing are not set in stone. We don't have any obligations necessarily to be anywhere at any given time, so why not be more flexible? The one obligation we had is we were going to meet a friend of ours in Vancouver. She was going out on a cruise, so we don't have to worry about that.
So yeah, we that was our one, we've got to be someplace by a certain date. That was out of our control, and now that deadline's not going to happen, we're wide open. So the initial plan was to keep going with the trajectory that we had set, But now, in my thinking about it and wanting to eventually get to Florida, the plan that we had in place keeps getting longer.
Right.
So, and it's going to keep getting longer, and it's going to keep getting longer, I think.
Because we can.
Because we don't have, we've got a few deadlines in between there of things that we need to hit based on other people's plans. So that's fine. But that just puts Florida that much further and further and further away. So Florida's going to be the first stop.
Yeah, so Florida was the destination, right? That was the goal. We're going to travel the country and end up within 2 hours of Disney World. And we're just going to flip the script a little bit. Start there, head down there. The other thing that we're kind of learning from everybody that we've been watching and following is take your time, right? A couple of different ways to save money on the road. One is not to drive every day. The other is not to pay for overnight when you don't have to. So BLM land and those kinds of things introduce a nice variable to be able to save money. But what we're really starting to grasp is the fact that we can stay somewhere for 2 weeks and we don't have to drive every day. The truck that we're acquiring gets between 9 and 10 miles per gallon, and if you can imagine driving cross country, that's going to be quite expensive. And so we want to cut down on that, and we don't have to be anywhere at any time, so why force ourselves? It doesn't make any sense.
And what's the point of forcing ourselves to go? Then we're kind of missing the whole point of what we wanted to do to begin with. So
Absolutely. So those were a couple of updates. Nothing real big this time. If you want to buy a whole bunch of stuff, you know where to find us. We have a whole couple of floors worth of stuff. Still needs to go. We have an Xbox 360 we're trying to get rid of. No, wait, not the 360. We got rid of that. We have an Xbox One with Kinect and a few other things too. So just hit us up if you have any questions or have any questions about our thought process or things that maybe we should consider that we're not. We'd love to hear from you. And of course, like and share if you enjoy this video. One of the things that we really want to do is work on helping other people make similar decisions. And if we can learn from you and we can help somebody else with that knowledge, that would be great. So like it, share it.
And check out the first video that we did from Earth Day, Texas at Fair Park.
Yeah, it was our first, so it was a little bit rough, but I think we're going to narrow it down a little bit. We've got some graphics to improve and maybe the audio quality this time. So we'll see what happens. Thank you.